The first time Rhys McGowan attempted magic, he was 15 years old. Rhys had gone through a growth spurt that year, shooting up like a sapling, and he had developed a slouch to keep from sticking out too much in a crowd. That slouch benefited him most when he didn't want to be seen, like when he was trying to keep from getting picked to run a mile in gym class, or when he was attempting to avoid notice while breaking into the church's sacristy. As he was generally considered an upstanding young man, no one batted an eyelash at finding him in the church after hours, not the administrative assistant who nodded at him when he slipped in through the office door, and not the janitor who gave him a wave as he made his way through the carpeted halls. The McGowan boy was quiet and pious and paid attention during the homily. He probably had a good reason to be wandering the parish offices on a school night. Rhys's reason, of course, was sorcery. Rhys had slipped into the sacristy, a room that smelled overwhelmingly of citrus cleaner and myrrh, and walked towards the large wooden chest where the holy objects were kept. Inside, the gold chalices and polished offering plates winked at him, burning with the sacredness of the forbidden. Rhys had run his little finger around the rim of the chalice and shuddered at the kiss of cool metal. He had never broken a rule with such flagrant intention in his life. Rhys retrieved a small silver chalice, a tin of communion wafers, and a bottle of port, then sat down cross-legged in a corner of the cramped little room. He shoved himself halfway into a vestment closet, just in case anyone walked by, and peered into the room. Hanging albs brushed against his shoulders as he stole a gulp of wine, careful not to let his lips touch the bottle. His parents wouldn't let him drink at family dinners until he was 16, so he may as well enjoy this while he could. Then splashed a bit in the chalice. Rhys held one of the wafers a few inches above the chalice, then raised them both in front of his chest. He squeezed his eyes shut, blocking out every bit of light, and murmured the words of institution, the words of Christ himself, urging his people to eat and drink in memory of him. If Rhys did this correctly, the wine in his hands would be transformed into blood, the particle-board cracker into the real presence of Christ. Rhys put the wafer on his tongue and swallowed wine over it, savoring the slow-dissolving bread. He could almost taste the sweat of a laborer's body, the metal tang of a lip split open during roughhousing. Rhys closed his eyes and willed it to be real, willed the magic inside him to catch fire instead of sputtering and dying out. "Transfigure," Rhys had commanded, wringing his consciousness dry of desire.